A simple exercise every 70 plus should do daily. Stop Falls for Good podcast. Right now, in this very moment, your body might be operating without one tiny, yet incredibly critical reflex, a fundamental protective mechanism designed to keep you safe and upright. Without this vital reflex, an activity as simple and ordinary as taking a single step could suddenly transform into a catastrophic event, sending you plummeting to the floor, necessitating an urgent trip to the emergency room, and potentially altering the trajectory of your life forever. This message is not intended to instill fear, but rather to serve as a profound wake-up call, an urgent reminder of a silent epidemic that largely goes unnoticed. The stark truth is that an overwhelming majority of individuals over the age of 70 remain completely unaware that this essential reflex even exists until the moment they desperately need it, and it's tragically absent. What makes this situation even more frustrating, even more heartbreaking, is the astonishing simplicity of its solution. The necessary intervention, the fix, demands less than 2 minutes of your time each day, a mere 120 seconds. Yet, despite this minimal time investment, almost nobody in their 70s, 80s, or even 90s is actively engaged in this preventative practice. Therefore, if the persistent dread of falling or the lingering anxiety of experiencing another fall is a constant companion keeping you awake at night, if it makes you hesitate to perform routine tasks like walking to the kitchen, rising from the comfort of your couch, or even venturing just outside your front door, then this comprehensive guide is precisely what you need. This is the information that promises to profoundly change all of that for you, offering a pathway back to confidence and stability. We are poised to delve into 6 of the most profoundly effective balance exercises specifically designed for preventing falls, dissecting the science behind why these particular movements succeed where conventional approaches often fall short, and providing meticulous instructions on how to execute every single one of them safely within the comfort of your own home, commencing today. Before we immerse ourselves in the practicalities of these exercises, if you haven't yet joined our community, I wholeheartedly urge you to hit that subscribe button right now. Additionally, please activate the bell notification. This ensures that you will consistently receive our vital health tips, each crafted with your specific needs in mind, guaranteeing you never miss another piece of empowering information designed just for you. Should you find this video beneficial, enriching, and enjoyable, we would be grateful if you could acknowledge its value by typing the number 1 in the comments section below. Conversely, if you believe there are areas for improvement, or if you feel we could address certain topics with a different perspective, please provide your constructive feedback by typing 0. I personally dedicate time to read every single comment, and I genuinely leverage your insights to continuously refine and enhance this content, striving to make it as useful and impactful for you as possible. Now, let me pose a thought-provoking question that often reveals a common misconception. When the majority of people decide to proactively address and improve their balance, what is their typical course of action? Almost invariably, their first instinct is to stand on one leg. Perhaps they manage to hold this precarious position for a brief 10 or 20 seconds, experiencing a slight wobble, perhaps instinctively reaching for a nearby wall or piece of furniture for fleeting support, and then, satisfied with their effort, they conclude their balance training for the day. Does this scenario resonate with your own experiences or observations? The fundamental flaw with this widely adopted approach, however, lies in its inherent limitations. Simply standing still on one leg, while seemingly a balance challenge, contributes almost nothing tangible or effective towards actually preventing real-world falls. The crucial question is, why? Because falls, in their overwhelming majority, do not occur when you are standing perfectly motionless and poised. Falls are phenomena of motion, sudden, and often unexpected disruptions during dynamic activity. They materialize when you are actively moving, perhaps walking casually across your living room, and your foot unexpectedly snags on the upturned edge of a rug. They strike when you step confidently off a curb, only to discover that the ground is not quite where your brain had anticipated it would be, creating an instant misstep. They ambush you when you shift your body weight just a fraction too far in an unaccustomed direction, and your body's intrinsic corrective mechanisms simply cannot respond rapidly enough to avert disaster. Therefore, if your genuine objective is to effectively prevent falls, the exercises you conscientiously practice must precisely mirror and train for these dynamic, real-life scenarios. They must hone your body's innate ability to instantaneously recognize when it has veered off balance, and more importantly, to swiftly and powerfully pull itself back to a safe, central equilibrium before gravity asserts its dominion and you hit the ground. That, fundamentally, is the entire essence of the game, the core principle we are addressing. Every single exercise I am about to unveil today is meticulously designed to achieve precisely that critical outcome. Before we embark on the specific details of these transformative exercises, I want to establish an unequivocal understanding. Your safety remains our paramount concern. If at any juncture any of these exercises elicit pain, be it in your feet, ankles, knees, hips, or any other region of your body, it is imperative that you cease the movement immediately. Your body is providing invaluable feedback. Listen to it. Always work strictly within the parameters of what feels secure, comfortable, and pain-free for your individual physical state. Furthermore, if you harbor any specific concerns regarding your balance, or if you have experienced a recent fall, it is absolutely essential to consult with your doctor or a qualified physical therapist before attempting any new exercise regimen. Their professional guidance can ensure these movements are appropriate and safe for your unique health profile. As a steadfast rule, always position yourself with a wall, a sturdy chair, or another reliable, fixed surface within easy reach for immediate support. This precautionary measure serves as your safety net. Let me first illuminate a foundational concept, because grasping this crucial insight will fundamentally revolutionize your perception of your own balance and how it operates. One of the most critical, yet frequently overlooked components of your body, absolutely vital in the complex equation of fall prevention, is situated remarkably close to the ground, within your feet, and more specifically, within the intricate network of muscles and sensory receptors in your toes. When you begin to tilt forward precariously or lean excessively in any direction, your foot muscles are specifically engineered to instinctively and instantaneously activate. Your toes, far from being mere decorative appendages, are meticulously designed to actively grab the ground, to dig in with purposeful intent, and to generate sufficient traction and propulsive force to efficiently pull your entire body back into a stable, safe, and perfectly balanced position. This sophisticated mechanism is your body's intrinsic, natural fall prevention reflex. It is built directly into your biological framework. You were literally born with it. However, over the course of decades, a subtle but significant degradation often occurs. As we navigate the journey of aging, particularly if our lifestyles involve extensive time spent encased in overly cushioned shoes, walking primarily on unnaturally flat, unchallenging surfaces, and largely failing to engage and stimulate our feet and ankles in meaningful, varied ways, we progressively, almost imperceptibly, lose the vital neural connection to those small but immensely important muscles nestled within our feet. The muscles themselves begin to weaken, becoming less capable of rapid, forceful contraction. The associated nerves become less responsive, transmitting signals with diminished efficiency. And that critical reflex, the one that is supposed to kick in automatically and without conscious thought the instant you begin to lose your balance, gradually starts to fade, its efficacy dwindling. It's akin to attempting to illuminate a room by flipping a light switch, only to discover that an unseen break in the circuit, somewhere hidden within the wall, has severed the connection. The potential for electricity still exists. The bulb is still intact, but the pathway, the essential link, is broken. Now, for the truly uplifting news, unlike a damaged electrical circuit, your body possesses an extraordinary capacity to rebuild this lost connection. These indispensable foot and toe muscles demonstrate remarkable responsiveness and reliability when subjected to consistent and appropriate training. Your nervous system has not permanently erased the memory of how to activate these muscles. It merely requires a potent reminder. It needs to be presented with the correct type of challenge, applied repeatedly and consistently to reawaken its dormant capabilities. And that, precisely, is the profound objective these 6 targeted exercises are designed to accomplish. An important warning must precede our dive into these exercises. It is absolutely imperative that you pause and assimilate this information carefully, as your safety transcends all other considerations here. I would be utterly remiss and unforgivable if anyone were to sustain an injury while attempting to follow these instructions. Firstly, if you have received a diagnosis of a balance disorder, severe osteoporosis, Parkinson's disease, or any neurological condition known to compromise your stability, it is non-negotiable that you consult with your doctor or a licensed physical therapist before attempting any of these movements. These exercises, while incredibly beneficial, are primarily formulated for general fall prevention in healthy older adults, and your specific medical situation may necessitate a modified, supervised, or entirely alternative approach. Secondly, if you have experienced a recent fall, especially one that resulted in any form of injury, do not initiate any new exercise routine without obtaining explicit medical clearance. Your body may be undergoing a recovery process in ways that are not immediately discernible or consciously felt, and pushing yourself prematurely or excessively can significantly impede your healing and lead to further setbacks. Thirdly, under no circumstances should you perform these exercises while wearing socks on a hard, smooth floor. Socks on such surfaces are an alarmingly common and preventable cause of slips and falls within the home environment. Ideally, if conditions permit, perform these exercises barefoot. This approach is optimal for balance training because it maximizes the sensory feedback your brain receives directly from the ground, enhancing proprioception. Alternatively, if bare feet are not feasible, ensure you wear shoes equipped with a reliable non-slip sole. Fourthly, always ensure that a stable and readily accessible support is within arm's reach before you commence any exercise. This could be a sturdy wall, the back of a robust chair, or a solid countertop. This isn't because we anticipate a fall, but rather because the presence of such a safety net nearby empowers you to train with significantly greater confidence and reduced physical tension, an often overlooked psychological factor that actually renders the exercises more effective. Finally, should any movement precipitate sharp pain, dizziness, or any sensation that simply does not feel right or is uncharacteristic, stop immediately. There is no benefit, no exercise goal that justifies risking an injury by pushing through discomfort. Always work within the boundaries of what feels safe and comfortable for your body. Progress at a pace that aligns with your individual capabilities, and with these crucial safety parameters firmly established, let us now begin our journey. Exercise 1, the toe. Lean. This seemingly simple movement forms the absolute bedrock, the foundational principle upon which all subsequent exercises in this entire routine are built. The toe lean is specifically designed to directly train and reawaken that critical fall prevention reflex we discussed earlier, the intrinsic mechanism where your toes instinctively grip the ground to restore balance. To begin, position yourself in what we term a safety corner, the secure junction of two walls within a room. Stand facing directly into this corner, ensuring that both walls are immediately in front of you, extending on either side. This strategic positioning means that if you were to inadvertently tip forward, the walls are there as an immediate and unwavering safeguard to catch you. For an added layer of security and confidence, you may also wish to place a sturdy chair just in front of you, positioned within arm's reach. Adopt a stance with your feet relatively close together, not touching, but separated by only a few inches. Maintain a straight back, an upright chin, and relaxed shoulders, fostering a posture of controlled readiness. calves. Now, with deliberate intention, gently lean your entire body forward from your ankles, maintaining a rigid posture as if your body were a single, unbending plank, slowly tipping forward. Crucially, resist the urge to bend at your hips. Keep your torso and legs perfectly aligned. As you progressively lean forward, you will become acutely aware of your toes beginning to actively grip the floor beneath you. If you are performing this exercise barefoot, this sensation will be even more pronounced and immediate, which is indeed the ideal scenario. Just before you lean so far that you instinctively feel compelled to step forward to regain equilibrium, allow those powerfully engaging toe muscles to pull you back smoothly and controlled to your central starting position. This completes 1 repetition. Perform 10 repetitions consecutively. After completing a set, take a brief respite and then return to repeat this sequence 3 to 4 times throughout your day, incorporating these exercise snacks into your routine. Once this foundational movement begins to feel effortless and stable, progressively challenge yourself by holding a light weight, even a mere 2 or 3 pounds, firmly against your chest. This incremental increase in load will compel your toes and foot muscles to work significantly harder, accelerating the rebuilding of that vital reflex. This progressive overloading is the cornerstone of effective physical adaptation and rapid neurological retraining. Exercise 2. Weight shifting side to side. It's a common misconception that most falls exclusively occur in a forward direction. In reality, a significant number of falls happen when we unexpectedly shift our body weight laterally, perhaps while reaching for an item on a shelf, stepping sideways to avoid an obstacle, or pivoting to turn around. This exercise is precisely tailored to train your body's nuanced ability to control these precise types of lateral movements with unwavering stability. Position yourself directly behind a sturdy chair, placing both hands lightly on its back for initial support, providing a reassuring sense of security. Adopt a stance with your feet positioned hip-width apart, maintaining a straight back. Now, with controlled deliberation, slowly shift your entire body weight onto your right foot, allowing your left foot to lift just slightly off the ground, barely an inch, a subtle elevation. Hold this balanced position for a full 3 seconds, engaging your core and stabilizing muscles. Then, with equal control, slowly transition your weight back to the center and subsequently shift it over to your left foot, simultaneously lifting your right foot just slightly off the floor. Hold this position for another 3 seconds. This complete sequence constitutes 1 full repetition. Aim to perform 10 repetitions on each side, ensuring a symmetrical development of balance and strength. The absolute key to maximizing the efficacy of this exercise is to execute each movement slowly and with unwavering full control. You are not merely engaging in a static balancing act. You are actively teaching your hips, ankles, and core musculature to communicate and coordinate with each other in real time under dynamic load. As your strength and stability progressively improve, challenge yourself further by attempting this exercise with only a single fingertip resting lightly on the chair for support, rather than your entire hand. Ultimately, the aspirational goal is to reach a level of proficiency where you can perform this exercise with no external support whatsoever, relying solely on your intrinsic balance system. Exercise 3. Heel-to-toe walk. This exercise masterfully mimics the precise type of walking pattern that most frequently precipitates falls, navigating narrow pathways, traversing constrained hallways, or carefully stepping around various obstacles. It is often referred to as the tandem walk, and it stands as one of the most effective methodologies for training dynamic balance. That is, your capacity to maintain equilibrium specifically while you are actively moving, a far more complex challenge than static balance. Locate a clear hallway or an unobstructed expanse along a wall within your home. If you require initial support, place one hand lightly on the wall to assist with stability as you begin. Position your right foot directly in front of your left foot, ensuring that the heel of your right foot is either gently touching or nearly touching the toes of your left foot, creating a singular, narrow line. Subsequently, bring your left foot forward in the exact same precise manner, heel to toe, maintaining a perfectly straight line of progression. Execute 10 steps forward using this deliberate heel-to-toe gait. Then, with careful control, turn around and perform 10 steps back to your starting point. This entire sequence constitutes one set. Aim to complete 2 sets of this challenging yet rewarding exercise. A critical instructional nuance here is to maintain your gaze straight ahead, focusing on a point in the distance rather than fixating on your feet as they land. This is paramount because in the unpredictable tapestry of real life, your intricate balance system must function flawlessly while your eyes are directed towards your destination, the path ahead, and not constantly monitoring the precise placement of your feet. This exercise is undoubtedly more challenging than it initially appears, and that very difficulty is precisely its profound purpose, pushing your body to adapt and strengthen. Exercise 4. Standing marches. When you encounter an unexpected obstruction, be it a stray rug, an uneven step, or a subtle crack in the sidewalk, your body's immediate requirement is to swiftly and sufficiently lift your foot to clear the impeding obstacle. If your hip flexor muscles are compromised by weakness and your reflexive lifting response is sluggish, what might have otherwise been a minor stumble can rapidly escalate into a full-blown, dangerous fall. Standing marches are expertly designed to directly target and fortify this critical lifting reflex and the associated hip flexor strength. Assume a tall, upright posture directly behind your sturdy chair, resting your hands lightly on its back for reassuring support. With controlled intention, slowly lift your right knee upwards towards your chest, elevating it as high as you comfortably can without inadvertently leaning your upper body backward to compensate. Hold this elevated position for a deliberate 2 seconds at the apex of the movement. Then, with equal control and a measured pace, slowly lower your foot back to the floor. Repeat this identical movement on the left side, lifting your left knee. This completes 1 full repetition. Strive to perform 10 repetitions on each side, maintaining an even rhythm. The entire movement, both the upward lifting phase and the downward lowering phase, should be executed with unwavering slowness and precision. Resist any urge to rush. Deliberate control is key. The lowering phase, often underestimated, is every bit as crucial as the lifting phase because it actively cultivates eccentric muscle control. This eccentric strength is absolutely vital for maintaining stability and preventing falls precisely when your foot lands back on the ground, absorbing impact and ensuring a steady foundation. As your proficiency and strength advance, gradually challenge yourself by attempting this exercise without holding the chair at all, extending your arms out to the sides for natural counterbalance. Exercise 5. Clock reaches. This particular exercise stands out as one of the most efficacious for developing what is termed multi-directional balance. Your sophisticated ability to reach, stretch, and move your body in various directions, encompassing a full range of planes without ever compromising your footing or stability. Reflect for a moment on the myriad times throughout an ordinary day that you find yourself reaching for something, an item on a high shelf, your morning coffee pot, or perhaps a beloved grandchild extending their arms. Each of these seemingly innocuous moments inherently presents a unique and often subtle balance challenge. To begin, position yourself directly behind your sturdy chair, placing your right hand lightly on its back for initial support and security. Envision yourself standing perfectly centered within the face of a large clock drawn on the floor. Now, with deliberate control, slowly extend your left leg directly forward towards the 12-ser position, lightly tapping your toes on the floor as if pointing to the hour. Return your leg smoothly to the center. Next, extend your left leg straight out to the left side, aiming for the 9-hour position on your imaginary clock. Return to the center. Finally, reach your left leg backward and slightly to the left, targeting the 7-goal position behind you. Return to the center. This entire sequence of 3 reaches constitutes 1 round. Complete 3 full rounds using your left leg. Subsequently, switch your supporting hand to your left on the chair and use your right leg to reach towards the 12 sounds, 3 sounds, and 5 sounds positions. Throughout this exercise, it is crucial to maintain a slight bend in your standing leg and keep your back straight, ensuring core engagement and proper posture. This dynamic exercise simultaneously builds robust single leg stability, strengthens your hip musculature, and hones the precise ankle control necessary to prevent dangerous sideways falls. Exercise 6. Sit to stand without. Using your hands. This particular exercise frequently catches many individuals by surprise, yet its importance cannot be overstated. The act of simply rising from a chair is, for anyone over the age of 70, statistically one of the highest risk moments for a fall. Despite this critical data, an astonishing number of people never specifically practice or train for this fundamental everyday movement. This exercise performs double duty, offering simultaneous benefits. It not only profoundly builds essential leg strength, but also meticulously trains your balance system, making it an extraordinarily practical and indispensable tool for enhancing your safety and independence in daily life. Begin by sitting near the front edge of a sturdy chair, ensuring your feet are planted flat on the floor, positioned approximately hip-width apart. Cross your arms deliberately over your chest. This simple action effectively removes the temptation to push off with your hands, forcing your leg and core muscles to perform the work. Lean your upper body slightly forward from your hips, aligning your nose over your toes. This forward momentum is crucial for initiating the movement efficiently. Then, powerfully push through your heels to slowly and with complete control stand up to a fully upright position. Once you are standing tall, pause for a deliberate 2 seconds, allowing your balance to stabilize. Subsequently, slowly and with continuous control, lower yourself back down to the sitting position. It is vital not to simply drop or plop onto the chair. Control the entire downward movement, engaging your muscles eccentrically. This complete sequence constitutes 1 repetition. Initially, aim to perform 8 repetitions. If, at first, performing this exercise without the use of your hands proves too challenging, that is perfectly acceptable and entirely normal. In such instances, place your hands lightly on your thighs for gentle assistance, gradually reducing your reliance on them over time as your strength and confidence grow. The ultimate objective is to eventually achieve the ability to stand up and sit down with full control and absolutely no arm support whatsoever, a true testament to improved strength and balance. The most effective strategy for integrating all 6 of these powerful exercises into your daily routine is through a method I affectionately refer to as balance exercise snacks. This approach advocates for short, concentrated bursts of training, each lasting merely 30 to 60 seconds, strategically distributed throughout your day rather than attempting to complete them all in one exhaustive session. Imagine this: perform the toe lean exercise while your morning coffee is brewing, transforming passive waiting time into active self-improvement. Execute the weight shifts during a commercial break while watching your favorite television program. Complete a set of sit-to-stands before you enjoy your lunch, activating your core and legs. Practice the standing marches while you patiently wait for your microwave to finish heating your meal. This snack approach allows the exercises to seamlessly integrate into the natural rhythm of real life in a way that a prolonged, dedicated gym session often cannot. Furthermore, extensive research strongly supports this distributed learning approach for optimal rebuilding of balance and coordination in older adults. Small, consistent doses of challenge, repeated throughout the day, send a powerful and continuous signal to your nervous system, prompting your body to adapt and respond effectively. You are not expected to perform all 6 exercises every single day right from the outset. Such an expectation would be overwhelming and could lead to burnout and early abandonment. Instead, embrace this as a gradual, progressive journey. Begin with just the toe lean and the side-to-side weight shifts. Practice these 2 foundational movements diligently until they feel completely natural, until you no longer instinctively reach for a wall, and until you experience a genuine and consistent sense of stability. This initial phase might take a few days, or it might extend to a week or two. Either pace is perfectly valid and appropriate. Once those initial 2 exercises feel solid and secure, then progressively add the heel-to-toe walk. Following that, incorporate the standing marches, then the clock reaches, and finally, the sit-to-stands. Aim to add roughly 1 new exercise per week, always at a pace that respects your body's readiness and comfort level. By the culmination of approximately 6 weeks, you will have cultivated a comprehensive daily balance routine that demands less than 10 minutes of your total time, and the profound reward will be a tangible feeling of being stronger, steadier, and far more confident on your feet than you have experienced in many, many years. Crucially, please do not succumb to the temptation to skip these exercises on those days when you feel particularly robust and stable. I understand the allure. When you feel perfectly steady, it's easy to rationalize that today isn't the day to bother with the routine. However, those are, in fact, the most profoundly important days of all. Every single repetition, every focused movement is actively contributing to the intricate construction and reinforcement of that vital reflex system. This is the reflex that will fire automatically, without conscious thought, the very next time you stumble, gracefully catching you and preventing a fall before your conscious mind even registers the impending danger. You are diligently performing the work now, in these precious minutes, so that your body possesses the instantaneous reflexive capability to protect you later, in that split second when it matters most, in that critical moment of unexpected challenge. That, ultimately, is the entire profound purpose of everything we have meticulously covered today. This journey is not merely about preventing falls. It is about fiercely safeguarding your independence, your autonomy, and your ability to navigate your world with dignity. It is about moving through your day-to-day life unburdened by that quiet, insidious fear lurking in the back of your mind. It is about confidently reaching for things, stepping boldly outside your front door, and living your life fully on your own terms, within the sanctuary of your own home, for as long as humanly possible. Now, it is imperative to understand that balance, while undeniably crucial, constitutes only 1/2 of the comprehensive fall prevention equation. The equally vital, often overlooked other half is your intrinsic leg strength. And this is an area I implore you to take with the utmost seriousness, because a significant number of individuals, perhaps understandably, focus almost entirely on balance training while completely neglecting this second, equally essential piece of the puzzle. This oversight is not merely a minor miscalculation, it is a potentially costly and dangerous mistake. Here is what robust scientific research unequivocally demonstrates. People with demonstrably weak legs are more than 5 times more likely to experience a fall in any given year compared to those who possess strong, well-conditioned legs. 5 times. Allow that profound number to truly sink in. That is not a marginal difference. It represents a dramatically increased risk. Weak legs translate directly into slower reaction times when you inevitably begin to stumble, diminishing your body's ability to respond effectively. They signify less inherent power to push back against gravity when your body inadvertently tips in the wrong direction, leaving you vulnerable. They lead to reduced stability in your hips and knees with every single step you take, creating a foundation of instability, and insidiously, over time, that pervasive weakness quietly erodes your confidence, compromises your posture, and ultimately diminishes your fundamental ability to move freely and gracefully through your day. Consider the countless everyday moments that are entirely predicated on adequate leg strength. The simple act of rising from the couch, the effort required to climb a single step, the stamina needed to walk across a sprawling parking lot, or the explosive power necessary to catch yourself when you trip unexpectedly. Every single one of these moments demands that your leg muscles fire quickly, powerfully, and with coordinated precision. When they are no longer capable of performing these functions efficiently, the risk of a serious, life-altering fall escalates rapidly and alarmingly. And critically, leg strength is one of the physiological attributes that declines most rapidly as we age, especially if our lifestyle increasingly involves more sedentary periods and less active engagement of those vital muscles. But here is the truly empowering message I need you to hold on to with absolute conviction. Your legs are absolutely capable of becoming stronger, significantly stronger, at any age. I mean this without qualification. It genuinely does not matter if you are 70, 75, 80, or well beyond. The remarkable muscles in your legs are still fully equipped, still entirely capable of responding positively and robustly to the right kind of targeted training. They have not surrendered. They are simply awaiting the correct signal, the appropriate stimulus, and even modest, consistent improvements, the kind that can be achieved through simple, effective exercises performed at home just a few times a week, can yield a dramatic and profound difference in your fall risk, your overall stability, and your day-to-day confidence, fundamentally transforming your experience of aging. That is precisely why I have meticulously curated and assembled a dedicated follow-up video focusing exclusively on the most effective and safest leg strengthening exercises, specifically for individuals over 70. Every single exercise presented in that video is safe, requires absolutely no specialized gym equipment, can be comfortably performed right in your own home, and is thoughtfully designed to be appropriate for all fitness levels, including those who are complete beginners to exercise. That highly beneficial video is prominently displayed on your screen right now. Simply click on it next, and I will personally guide you through everything, step by detailed step, at a pace that is perfectly suited for your individual needs and capabilities. If you found this video informative, empowering, and helpful, please take a moment to leave a comment with the number 1. If, however, you believe there's room for improvement or have alternative perspectives, please feel free to comment with 0. Your invaluable feedback is incredibly meaningful to us and helps us continually refine our content. And please, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for a continuous stream of more empowering content like this. Thank you for investing your time in watching, and here's to embracing a life lived fully, confidently, and entirely on your own terms.